Hey, what's up, everybody? I figured I'd get a chance to share my review on the much anticipated Dune Part 2, which was initially scheduled to be released in theaters back in November, but because of the writers and the actors strike at the time, it got delayed until March, as a way of giving the film more promotion, which wasn't able to be done at the time. So Dune Part 2 picks up, sometime after the events of the first one, in which Paul and his lover, um, Chani, and then of course his mother, Jessica, continue the fight, along with their fellow freemen, and try to, you know, con- con- you know, figure out who's the one that's just trying to destroy the Artides, family, and then Paul's also dealing with like he's being considered like a messiah, almost like the chosen one, and in a sense, his story best analogy the best way to describe his story, it kind of parallels to like Anakin Skywalker from the Star Wars movies, in which they're destined to do great things, but I guess like they say, you know it also things like power and stuff like that can also corrupt, or as like the old saying goes, absolute power corrupts. And then Paul's kind of forced to choose between his lover Chani, or trying to save the universe from like a terrible fate that he foresees possibly happening. And of course the film also has a great cast, including Florence Pugh as Princess Irina, and then you have Christopher Walken playing uh one of the emperors, who was kind of like the one responsible for the RTD's downfall. And then of course you have Austin Butler in a villainous turn, playing the Freya character, and seeing his character all one scene like all in white was almost like eerie, but he does like a good job playing a baddie. And in terms of what I thought about Dune Part Two, I mean, I would say it's somewhat better than the first one, despite its long loading time, because you got to kind of develop the characters more, and certain characters that were kind of barely seen in the first one, like Zendaya's character is given a lot more screen time, in this particular movie, and you get to kind of see her romance with Paul, develop, which was nice to see. So I mean it did have some action in it, even though it was no, I was not action heavy, but it was more like character focused, which is, I guess, to an extent, nice to see. And I can't wait to see what they'll do for Doom Part Three, since I think, if I'm right, I think the third movie that they might adapt, depending on how well Doom Part Two does, is the Doom Messiah. Even though, from personal experience, I did read the first, uh, you know, Doom book, and the Part Two is basically the second half of the novel, and of course, also the from the '84 movie starring Kyle MacLachlan. So that's that. So for those that have checked out, the first half of this version of Doom, check it out. It's definitely very good, and definitely worth the wait. And that's my take on it. All right, everyone. Happy March, and definitely looking forward to a much needed good movies to give 2024 a boost. All right, everyone. Thanks again.